recording. The recording will be available for you. So now coming to the problem. So question number 1. If 1 plus 2 plus 3 up to n is equal to k, find out the value of 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube up to n cube. This is the question. Options I give you: equal to k only, k square, k cube, can't be determined. So this is just to get you a feel of the formulas. So usually questions would be like this, will be very, very simple. And once I start with the chapter, in each chapter, I will do around 5 to 6 different types of problems. So that will be more than sufficient for you to answer any kind of problem which you get. So any guesses? What is this answer? You people can unmute, tell me the answer, and again mute yourself. If 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus up to n is equal to k, then what is the value of 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube up to n cube? So now, so there is a question which has come in UPSC, it has come in TNPSC, and also it has come in KPSC. It has been repeated in many SSC exams also. Now see, if you put the formula for this, it is sum of n numbers. So 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus up to n, sum of n numbers, n into n plus 1 by 2. And if you go back to the formula of sum of n cube numbers, 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube, so sum of n cube numbers is nothing but n into n plus 1 by 2, the whole square. So this one, he is already telling it is k. That means this one should be k square. So I hope you got it. So this answer here, it is k square, because we are just putting 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube up to n cube formula. It is nothing but it is this. Since he is already telling that n into n plus 1 is equal to k, it is this question. You should be able to answer in 1 second. So answer is k square. It is a very direct question that was being asked. Next step, going into a few chapters. So next chapter, you please write down chapter on progressions. Very often questions you keep getting on arithmetic progression and geometric progression. First, we will start with arithmetic progression, and I will be giving you the formulas first. Once we finish all the chapters, all the formulas we'll put on one side. Chapter wise, we'll make one separate list. So here you take down two formulas. Tn is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. I will tell you what it is separately later on. S of n is equal to n by 2 into a plus Tn. Now, how will an arithmetic progression always be? So, how is it scheduled? So, for example, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. This is an arithmetic progression. Why? Because the difference between all the letters, it is same. It is difference is 2. Suppose if I give you 2, 4, 5, 7, 10, this is not arithmetic progression. Now, we can write arithmetic progression as follows. So, if you keep the first unit or the first term to be A, second will be A plus D. So, what is this D here in the formula? The D is this difference between the two terms. D is the difference. Difference is equal to D. So, A plus D, then it will be A plus 2D, then it is going to be, third term will be A plus 3D. So, like this, an arithmetic progression will go on. So, what is A? A is always the first term. The first term in the arithmetic progression is always A. What is this N? N is equal to total number of terms. So in this, N is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. N is equal to 5 here. Here 1, 2, 3, 4. N is equal to 4 here. It is like that. And then what is this Tn? Tn means it is the last term. That entire progression, the last term is Tn. So here 10 is Tn. In this, A plus 3D is Tn. So that is the meaning of this formula. Now what is this S of n? S of n means the sum of the sequence, the total. That is S of n. So if you add everything, 2 plus 4 is 6, 6 plus 6 is 12, 12 plus 8 is 20, 20 plus this 10, 28. So in this entire sequence, S of n is equal to 28. So this is the meaning of this formula. So two important formulas here. T of n is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. So please write down this. What all to write down, I'll tell you. What all to write down, I have put a box. And if you want to write down this series as example. Example 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That is the example. So you write down this series and the meaning of each term in the formula. So first you write down that, then I will go into the problems. Done. So I'm going to erase this and I'll give you a problem. We'll be doing at least around 300 to 400 different types of problems. It may be a little bit more also. And in this, quite a few would have come previous year. I leave the formula as it is. And the first question, it had come in 2011 UPSC. So write down the first question. A contract on a job. A contract on a job satisfies a contract on a job satisfies a penalty for delay in the completion of work. For delay in the completion of work beyond a certain date, comma. Rupees 200 is the penalty for first day. Rupees 200 is the penalty for the first day, comma. 250 for the second day, comma. 300 for the third day, and so on. So it increases by 50-50. 300 for the second day, and so on, comma. The penalty for each succeeding day is rupees 50. The penalty for each succeeding day is rupees 50 than the preceding day. The penalty is rupees 50 for each succeeding day than the preceding day. How much penalty? Question is, how much penalty should the contractor pay? How much penalty should the contractor pay if he delays the work by 10 days? How much penalty a contractor should pay if he delays the work by 10 days? So this question was asked in the IAS exam 2011 CSAT. So please solve it and let me know the answer. You can unmute, let me know the answer, and then mute yourself. Done? Okay, now let us put it this way. The question is that for day 1 the penalty is rupees 200. For day 2 it is 250. So like this is delaying by 10 days. So then 300, 350, 400, 450, 500, 550, 600, and 650. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So in the options A, UPSC had given 650 also. So as soon as the aspirants did this and they tick 650, you be assured of minus 0.33% of your marks. It is the wrong answer. Because what is he telling? What is the fine he should pay if he delays by 10 days? So the fine should be every day. Here he is paying 200 rupees fine. Here he is paying 250 rupees fine. So it is the total. That is the answer. So it is 4250. See, this question is an arithmetic progression, and they are actually asking you the S of n here. What is the fine he has to pay? So the total fine he should pay. So here in this question you had A is equal to 200. We also have D is equal to 50. N also we knew because he is told delay by 10 days. So N is equal to 10. Tn he has not given in the question, but in the formula we have Tn. So anyway, in this question, because it is easy, if you go on writing like 50, you get Tn is equal to 650. If it is not this simple, using this data, you should put in this formula number 1. You should put in formula number 1 and find out what is Tn, and then you should have to use in this formula. So either in this question you can either total it, or if you put in this formula, you will get 4250. So try putting in that formula and checking. So S of n we are supposed to find. S of n is equal to n is equal to 10. 10 by 2 into A plus Tn. A is equal to 200. Tn is equal to 650. So this will go. So 2 ones are 2 fives are. So S of n is equal to 5 into S of n is equal to 5 into 850. That will be 5 into 850. So that will come to 4250. This is the final answer, and this is the correct answer. Done? Next question is little tricky actually. It is that was asked in the 2014, 13 or 14 CSAT. So you can just unmute yourself and let me know if you're done. I can go to the next question. Okay, next question, please write down. Next question is a sum of 700. A sum of 700 has to be used to give 7 prizes. A sum of 700 has to be used to give 7 prizes to the students, comma, if each prize is 20 less than its preceding price. What is the least value of the price? So this question was asked in IAS 2013 or 2014. I exactly do not remember which year. So now again, write down the formulas. What are the formulas? So we have two formulas. One is Tn is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. Another one is equal to s of n is equal to n by 2 into a plus tn. Now, what is the data we have here? In the data, we specifically they have given us that the sum of 700. So they are telling that s of n is equal to 700. That is what they are telling. The sum is 700. This one data they have given. What are they asking us? They are asking us what is the least value. So I already gave you the sequence of how an arithmetic progression will be. So how is the sequence going to be? Sequence will be, it will be A first term. What is the second term? A plus D. Third term, A plus 2D. And it goes on. So they are asking us, what is this first term A? And one more what they are telling, each price is 20 less than its preceding price. That means they are also giving us the answer D is equal to 20. This another data they are given. They are asking you to find out A. So can you try? This is a little tricky question. So they are telling the sum. Rupees 700 you have. That rupees 700 you should divide into 7 prices. Each price, the gap is only rupees 20. What is the least price they are giving? So this was asked in 2013 or 14. What is the least price? So this one you should be in a position to answer in at least in 1.5 minutes. I'll give you 2-3 minutes to try to bring out the logic, because this is how you will get the problem. The same type you will get. Same problem you may not get. Same type problems you will get. Okay, so I will show you how to answer this. So I will erase the problem now. So let us use this itself. So usually in arithmetic progression, first term is what? First term is A. second term is A plus D. So here he is telling we have rupees 700 and we should give 7 prizes. So write 7 terms. First term, this is second term. What is the third term? Third term is A plus 2D. Fourth term will be A plus 3D. Then for fifth term, A plus 4D. Sixth term, A plus 5D. And the seventh term is A plus 6D. So is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are the 7 terms. Now he is already telling the sum, the total of all these terms is 700. So we do not require this formula itself. The formula ಬೇಕಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ನಮಗೆ ಈ answer ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ. So he is telling total of all this is 700. So add everything. If you add everything, what will you get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 A's, correct? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 A's. So it becomes 7A plus how many D's are there? This is 1D, this is 2D is here, so it is 3D. 3 plus 3, it is 6D. 6 plus 4, it is 10D. 10 plus 5, 15. 15 plus 6, 21. So if you add all these D's, it becomes 21D. So the total of all this, so he's already telling you that if you total all this, it is 700 rupees. So 7A plus 21D is equal to 700. This is the equation. We know what is D. D is equal to 20. He is telling us to find the least value. He is telling us find the value of A. So now it is very, very simple now. Now it becomes what? 7A plus 21 into 20 equal to 700. So please solve this now. 7A plus 21 into 20. So you take all these that side. So now you have to get A is equal to 40. So this will be the answer if you solve this. A should be equal to 40. So what is 21 into 20? It is 420. So this 420 you take that side. So 7A is equal to 700 minus 420. A is equal to, so how much is this? 700 minus 420, that is around 280. So 7A is equal to 280. Now you cross multiply, you take this down. So A is equal to 280 by 7. So when you do 280 by 7, you will get the answer as 40. I hope it is clear. So these are the different types of problems which you may get in arithmetic progression. So I will give you one simple, very, very simple question on arithmetic progression that you have to solve on your own. So write down the problem, very simple. So can I erase this? Okay, next very, very simple question. This also asked in previous year UPSC. If 6 Consider the series 6 plus 15 plus 24 plus 105. So this is the series. The question is find the sum of this series. Find the sum. So please go ahead and try this answer right now. Only once you give me the answer, I will proceed further. I have a few more problems on arithmetic progression. Plus, please give me a answer on this. So you can see you have to use both the formulas. Tn is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. S of n is equal to n by 2 into a plus tn. So first you need to find out n. First find n using the first formula. First find n using the first formula. The answer you must get as 12. If you get anything else in n, it is wrong. Then after you get n, then use this n here. Tn is equal to 105. They are already giving you. Tn is equal to 105. So then find the sum. So S of n answer should be 666. This should be the final answer. If you are getting this, then your problem is right. So today we have to finish arithmetic progression, geometric progression, and also I want to go into some questions on permutation, combination, and probability. We will not be able to finish all of that today. Okay, so I'll go into the next question now. So you please try to solve it. I don't know whether people are solving it or no. So you can please unmute yourself and let me know if you're not getting any answer. Next question. If a person joins his work in 2010 with an annual salary of rupees 30,000 and receives an annual increment of rupees 600 per year, in which year his salary reaches 39,000. Options I will give you. Options 2025, 2025, 2024, 2026, 2023. Please solve it on your own. It's a big problem. You also do, you people. I'll come there and check. Put the formula. At least try, even if you get wrong answer, fine. What are you watching my face, Lulu? Okay. The simple what he is telling. In the year 2010, salary is 30,000 rupees. Now, what is A? Definitely, A is equal to 30,000. So, 2010, if it is 30,000, 2011, it will become 30,600. So, like this, it goes on, and which year they are asking. So, D is how much? D is equal to 600. N is what we don't know. They are asking you N. They are asking you how many terms are there. Got it? They are asking you N. You don't know N. Now we are, what is the formula? So formula, if you put One we have T of n is equal to what is it? A plus n minus 1 into D. So that is what we want. Simple. We have to just use this. T of n is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. What is T of n? T of n is equal to 39,000. Already they are telling you that is the last term. They are asking you which year is salary is 39,000. So T of n is already 39,000 they have given. So T of n is 39,000. What is A? He is starting at 30,000. So A is 30,000 plus n you don't know minus 1 into D is how much difference? 600 into 600. So this is the equation. So in this, now put this side here, this 30,000 you take it that side. So it will become how much? It will become 39,000 minus 30,000. So it will become 9,000 is equal to 600 n minus 600 if you multiply each of this. So it will be n into 600 minus 1 into 600. Then you take this side. If you take that side, what will happen? It will become 9,000 plus 600 is equal to 600 n. Now that became what? That became 8,000, 9,600, correct? That became total now 9,600 divided by 600 is equal to n. That is your answer. 9,600 divided by 600 is equal to n. What do you get? You get n is equal to 16. If n is equal to 16, what is the answer? N is equal to 16. A is equal to 2010. 2010 plus 16. 2026 is what you are going to answer. But this is wrong answer. 2026 is the wrong answer. N equal to 16 means it is the 16th year he will reach the salary of 9,000. So first year is 2010. So you should calculate 2010 also. So 16th year. So 2010, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 and 25. 2025 is the 16th year. So correct answer is 2025. This is the correct answer. This question was also asked in the UPSC exam. So these are the different types of CSAT questions. See, when such questions come, you try to think of a lot of things, a lot of aspects. It becomes lengthy. That is where a person goes wrong. So you need to do it faster. You have to increase your pace. So once we finish or all these chapters, I will give you certain practice questions. You have to do those practice questions, right? If you're not able to get those practice questions, you have to come back to me and ask if you have any doubts. Now, another different type. So here it is ulta calculation. Okay, so they have tried to give from the behind to confuse the aspirant. This next question again asked in UPSC. Okay, you guys are done with it. ಬೇಗ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ Okay, I'll go to the next question. So at least this next question you please try on your own. I hope somebody gives me the right answer. Again, another question which was asked in APPSC and TNPSC, this question has come. The question goes like this. In a flower garden, there are 23 rose plants. They have tried to also confuse the aspirants with the wordings. They have used ROSC rose and they have also used ROWS rose. Okay, 23 rose plants in the first row, comma, 21 in the second row, comma, 19 in the third row, and so on. Full stop. There are 5 rose plants in the last row. There are 5 rose plants in the last row. Full stop. How many rows, ROWs, how many rows are there in the garden? This is the question. So please try to answer. I'll give you some time. After this, I'm going into arithmetic progression. Arithmetic progression is a little bit more, geometric progression, which is a little bit more complicated. See, in this question, instead of writing your sequence in the form of 23, 21, 19, that is starting from the first row, you do it ulta. Instead of starting the first row, let us start from the last row. So what is he telling? He's telling first he's talking about 5. Then we don't know in between. In between we don't know. Then he is telling what? He is telling 19, 21 and 23. So how many rows are there? We don't know. Now, he is basically asking us what? He is basically asking us what is this n. That is what he is asking us. He is asking us what is n. Let us use this basic simple formula. Tn is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. Now Tn is how much? Tn is 23, I told you. Tn means the last term. So 23 is equal to A is how much? 5 plus n we do not know, we have to find out. N minus 1, and what is d? The spacing, the gap is how much? 2. So d is equal to 2. So again 23 is equal to 5 plus 2n minus 2. So this becomes what? This becomes 23 is equal to, so 5 minus 2 is 3. 3 plus 2n. So this becomes what? You take this 3 this side. So 23 minus 3 equal to 2n. So that finally becomes what? 23 minus 3, 20 equal to 2n. You take the 2 down. So n is equal to 10. 10 is the answer. So there are in total 10 different rows in this flower garden. This is the answer. So please write down, then I'll go into the next problem. Next, we will go into geometric progression. So done. Okay, I'm going to erase. Next topic is geometric progression. So usually geometric progression goes in terms of multiplication or squares. So example, the arithmetic progression, we said a, second term will be a plus b. So it's addition, same addition you will find, same difference you will find. So here the first term it is a, the second term will be a into r into some number. I will give an example of that. The third term will be a into that number square. Next term will be a into that number cube. Then a into r to the power 4. So it goes on, it multiplies like this. I'll give you also examples of it. The example you can write with the first term is 1. Second term will be 2. Third term 4. This will be 8. Example, you see this will be 1. Then a is 1, so 1 into 2. So this one into 2 square, that is 4. This one into 2 cube, that is 8. So it goes on. This is the example of a geometric progression. Now, write down the different formulas for geometric progression. So very important, these formulas. Again, T of n. T of n means the last term. T of n is equal to a into r to the power n minus 1. R raised to the power n minus 1. This is the formula for T of n. S of n is equal to a into 1 minus r to the power n divided by 1 minus r. So here this is provided r is lesser than 1. If r is greater than 1, it will change a into 1 minus r to the power of n r minus 1. So this is if r is greater than 1. And then we have one more, s of infinity. So in such things, you don't know where is your last term. It can be whatever, s of infinity. So s of infinity, the formula is a divided by r minus 1. That is, this is again if r is greater than 1, or a divided by 1 minus r if r lesser than 1. So you have to remember these formulas compulsorily. Now we have to look into how to solve the geometric progression problems using these formulas. Every year in UPSC, and it can be KPSC or any competitive exam. So mainly UPSC, geometric progression questions are regularly coming. So geometric progression or arithmetic progression also. Write down this formula. Again, see in this, Tn is what? Tn is the last term. A is what? A is the first term. R is what? Like how in arithmetic progression we had the difference D. Like this, in this R is the multiple. So this, for example, R is 2. So this 2 is R. Okay, R is that particular multiple. S of n is what? The total, the sum of the entire geometric progression. That is this S of n. Okay, so today I will wind up by 6 o'clock. Tomorrow I will extend it a little bit more. So tomorrow we will do 1.5 hours and we'll take a break and then we'll come back. So let us go into the problems. So please write down one problem. In a geometric progression, the series is as follows. In a geometric progression, the series is as follows. That is 2 plus 4 plus 8 up to infinity. In a geometric progression, the series is as follows. 2 plus 4 plus 8 up to infinity, comma. How many consecutive terms are needed? How many consecutive terms are needed to make the total as 1022. That is the question. This was asked in UPSC, this also. The question I will repeat. In a geometric series, which is 2 plus 4 plus 8 plus up to infinity, how many consecutive terms are required to make the total? So this is the total. How many consecutive terms are needed to make the total as 1022? So let us try this. Now which formula we should use? We should not use the formula S of infinity. No. He is telling the series is 2 plus 4 plus 8 plus it goes on up to infinity, is telling. But next, what he is telling, how many terms are required to make the total 1022? That means somewhere here it is going to end. The series is not going up till infinity. So we cannot use the term S of infinity. We have to use the formula S of n. Is asking us the total. That S of n total is already telling it is 1022. So problem should be S of n. Now S of n is equal to R to the power n minus 1 divided by R minus 1. This should be the formula. By in this geometric progression, what is R? R is definitely equal to 2. This geometric progression. So first term A is equal to 2. Then second term became 4. That became 2 into R is 2. Third term became what? This 8. Third term became 2 into 2 square. So that is the third term. So R also is equal to 2. This you have to find out in every geometric progression. So it's easy. The first term is 2. Second term is still in 4. So this is how geometric progression will be. First term A, second term A into R, third term A into R square, then A into R cube, A into R to the power 4. So here first term if you put 2A, second term becomes 4 out, so 2 into R. R is how much? 2 into 2, you get 4. Then 2 into 2 square, you get 8. So that's so. So R also is equal to 2. But and S of n is how much? S of n also is telling 1022. This also is given. N is what we don't know. This is what we are supposed to find out. So put all these data in the formula. So 1022 is equal to 2 into R is how much? Again 2 to the power n minus 1 divided by R is again 2. 2 minus 1, 1. That will be 1 only. Now, you take this 2 down, cross multiply. So it became what? 1022 divided by 2 is equal to 2 to the power n minus 1. So this answer 1022 divided by 2, this again comes to what? 511. Correct? If you cancel 511, you take this side plus 1, 511 plus 1 is equal to 2 to the power n. So 512 is equal to 2 to the power n. Now if we know the two powers, so you should know some important powers which I will give you in the later on classes. So now 2 raised to 10 is how much? 2 raised to 10 is 1024. 1024 you divide by 2 is 512. So that means 2 raised to the power 9 is 512 because 1024 divided by 2. If you do 1024 divided by 2, you get 512. So 2 to the power 9 is 512. So therefore, n is equal to 9. That is the answer. Do you want me to repeat once again? Self-explanatory. See, this is the geometric progression series. The series they have given us is that 2 plus 4 plus 8, it goes on up till infinity. There is one series like that. In this, he is taken out a few numbers, 2 plus 4 plus 8 plus until some number is gone. He has made it a total and he said that total is 1022. He is telling how many numbers I have selected. What is my n is the question. So we have a equal to 2, r is equal to 2. I told you how we got r2 because a is 2. This 2 into 2 becomes 4. Then 2 into 2 square becomes 8. So like that, r is 2. Total S of n is already given 1022. So 1022 we took here. We have to find out n. So once you put in this formula, we will finally get 512 equal to 2 to the power n. And as we know, 2 to the power 10 is equal to 1024. And 1024, if you divide by 2, you get 512. That means 2 to the power 9 is equal to 512. So hence, n is equal to 9. So that is the answer what they are asking. So I'll go into the next problem. I'll go into the next problem. So please write down the next problem. A panchayat union. So this also is asked, it is asked in TNPSC. A panchayat union has to plant samplings. A panchayat union has to plant samplings in 25 streets. A panchayat union has to plant samplings in 25 streets of a village in such a way that one sampling for the first street, one sampling for the first street, 2 for the second street, 4 for the third street, 8 for the fourth street, and so on. So again, here is what the series is: 1, 2, 4, 8, like this. So this again is geometric progression. And again, r is equal to 2 and a is equal to 1. It says and so on. The question is, how many samplings are required? How many samplings? 1 minute. Hello? Yes? Both English and Hindi. 1 minute. So the question is, yeah, so I was giving you a question that which was asked in TNPSC. It said in our panchayat there are 25 streets, and in each street they have to plant certain samplings. The plant in such a way that one sampling in the first street, two samplings in the second street, four samplings in the third street, eight samplings in the fourth street, and so on. So that means the progression is like this: 1, 2, 4, 8. That is the geometric progression. So in this again, A is 1 and R is 2. Question is, how many samplings are needed? How many samplings are needed to continue the work? How many samplings are needed to continue the work? So please solve this question. You use the formula. So the formula, how many samplings means what are they asking? How many samplings are needed? That means they're asking you the total. That means S of n. So use the S of n formula and come out with an answer. I give you 2 to 3 minutes time, and then I will come back and solve the answer, solve the problem for you. Okay, so let me solve it for you. See, and let me give you option. We'll see if you have gotten the right answer. First option was 2 to the power 25. Second 2 to the power 25 minus 1. Third 2 to the power 21 and fifth option can't be determined. These are the four options that was given by the TNPSC board. Now let us see how to solve this. So the series is what we are telling in the first street one sampling. So 1, 2, 4, 8, and so on. And they have how many streets? They're telling totally they have 25 streets. So it goes on until the 25th term. So it goes on until the 25th term. So here A is equal to 1. Then R is equal to 2 again, as I have told you. N is equal to 25. Why? Because 25th term. And what are we supposed to find out? We are supposed to find out S of n. That is what we are supposed to find out. Now, formula S of n is equal to A into R to the power n minus 1 divided by R minus 1. This is the formula. So now S of n is equal to A is how much? 1. R is how much? 2. 2 to the power 25 minus 1 divided by R is 2 minus 1. Hence, therefore, answer is simple. S of n is equal to 2 to the power 25 minus 1. This was the correct answer. This was a very simple 10-second, 20-second question which had to be solved. Next question is a little bit more complicated. So there are two more questions. If we do two more questions, we would have covered all types of geometric progression questions. So next question. After, so what we are telling is, we are standing in a place, we are taking a ball and you are throwing the ball down. So after the ball strikes the ground, first the ball will pitch, it will bounce, again it will pitch, again it will bounce. Like that, it will keep doing, and it will one point of time it will roll. This is that kind of a question. The question is, how many times, what is the total distance that the ball has traveled? Is what they are trying to ask. So after striking the floor, a ball rebounds. Rebounds, the ball will again bounce back. The ball rebounds half of its height. The ball rebounds half of its height. Full stop. Find the total distance. Find the total distance that the ball travels before coming to rest if it is gently dropped from a height of 120 meters. This is the question. So from 120 meters height, I have dropped the ball. I have left the ball. Ball will come, it will bounce, come, it will bounce. What is the total distance it travels? So what are we saying in this problem? So I'm standing here, you're holding a ball. From here, you have dropped the ball to the stone. It has traveled 120 meters. It bounces half 60 meters. Again, it comes back 60 meters. Now, after this, it is bouncing half of it. So it goes 30. Again, it comes down 30. Next, it goes up by 15. It comes down by 15. So, like this, it happens at one point of time when it comes to half. So, total, what is the distance that the ball has traveled? Total, what is the distance that the ball has traveled is the question that they are asking. So, see, previously we saw in question that is, I told you there is a geometric series 2 plus 4 plus 8 which goes on until infinity, and all the terms are required to get a total of 1022. So, there somewhere we are breaking it to find the total. So, I told you don't use the formula s of infinity. But here, when the ball is thrown, it's pitching like this, it's happening, and here it goes on rolling. You don't know how much distance it travels exactly. You cannot say how much times it has bounced. So, in such kind of problems, you must use the formula s of infinity. So, s of infinity is how much? The formula is a divided by 1 minus r. I took this. A divided by 1 minus r, this formula. So, in this, what is A? A is 120 because 120 meters from that height, the ball has been dropped. And what is R? In R, I am telling that it rebounds only half of its height. So, the ball is rebounding half of its height. So, that means R is how much? R is 1 by 2 or 0.5. That means R is less than 1. When R is less than 1, this is the formula to be used. Go back to the formula pages. So, this is the formula to be used. Right? Now, you put the data in this formula. So, now if you put, what do we get? We have to find out the s of infinity. So, s of infinity is equal to A is how much? A is 120. 120 divided by R is 1 by 2. So, 1 minus 1 by 2. So, 1 minus half is how much? Half only. So, this again comes back. It becomes 1 by 2. So, when this is the case, this goes up. So, s of infinity is equal to 120 into 2. So, s of infinity is equal to 240. So, 240 is not the final answer. That 240 is actually from here. So, 60, 60, 30, then it goes 30, 30, 15, 15. The original height from here, which is dropped 120, that is not calculated in the progression because progression is starting from here only. 60, then coming half. So, you have to total distance. They're asking what is the total distance the ball has traveled. So, plus this 120. 120 is what? This height, the starting height. So, plus 120. So, answer is 360. This is the final answer. So, I hope you understood this problem. So, once again, I will repeat. So, what is the problem all about? The problem is telling that I am standing in some height, from this height, which is 120 meters. So, from here, from this side, 120 meters, I drop the ball. That ball falls onto the ground. After it fell to the ground, it is rebounding only half of its height. So it's rebounding 60 meters, again it's coming down 60 meters, then again after 30 meters, come to 30 meters, then ಮತ್ತೆ 15, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, ಈ ತರ ಹೋಗಿ ಒಂದ್ ಕಡೆ ನಿಲ್ಲತ್ತೆ ball. So when that ball stops, what is the total distance it has traveled? So we exactly do not know when the ball will stop and it goes rolling and everything. So that is why we are using this formula S of infinity. So here he is telling that the ball rebounds only half of its height. So half means 1 by 2, which is lesser than 1. So use this formula. S of infinity is equal to A by 1 minus R, not R minus 1. Certain times R will be more than 1. At that time, you use R minus 1 formula. So S of infinity is equal to A by 1 minus R. So when you put this, you will get 240 as the answer. Once you get 240 in the answer, you include this original 120, because 120 you have dropped it from the top, so total answer is 360. So we will solve one last question, and then we will one last question. If you solve, the progression chapter will be done. Then we will continue tomorrow. The last question is a similar question, which was again asked in UPSC. Here it says, write down a ball is thrown from below. A ball is thrown from below to a height of 60 meters. So here it's telling I'm standing down. From here I'm throwing it up. So it goes 60 meters up and again comes down from below, comma. After striking the floor, it rebounces 3/4 of the height. So 60 meters it is thrown, it will fall down. So the ball is thrown high 60 meters, it will fall down, then it rebounces 3/4 of the height. Full stop. Find the total distance the ball travels. This is one more type of question. Previous question we saw what? From the top I am standing and I have dropped the ball. Now they are telling I am standing down, from here I am throwing the ball. So what is the total distance it travels? So here we are standing here, from here I am throwing it 60 meters. From there it comes back 60 meters. After that it is going 3/4 of 60. It is coming down. So like this it is happening and it is coming to a fall. So what is the distance to be traveled? So here again A is what? A becomes, before I dropped it from top, so that A was 120. But now I'm throwing from down. So it goes up and comes down and then again it goes up, right? So this both put together. This is A now. So A again here also it is 120. Suppose if I thrown it 50 meters, right? Then 50 another 50. A would have been 100. Here A is again 120. R is equal to 3/4. So now again take this formula. S of infinity is equal to A by 1 minus r. Why 1 minus r? Because r is lesser than 1. So please solve this. So here it again becomes s of t is equal to 120 divided by 1 minus 3 by 4. So if you take the LCM of this, you see 1 minus 3 by 4. I hope all of you know how to take the LCM. So to show, so this, to solve this, this becomes 4. This is 1 by 1. So it is 1 and 4, right? So here you have 1 and 4. So you take 2. Here it's 1. 2 into 2, 4. Then again 2. 1, 1 you get. So there you stop. So this 2 into 2, 4, that is the LCM. You take 4 there. Then 4 divided by 1. 4 divided by 1, this one is 4. 4 into 1. So there you will get 4 minus 4 divided by 4, 1. 1 into 3, it is 3. So the value of this is 1 by 4. That is how you do this subtraction of these fractions. So first we take the LCM. LCM is 4. How 4 I told you? So some of you do not know how to take the LCM. So this is nothing but 1 minus 3 by 4 means 1 by 1 minus 3 by 4. That means the two numbers which are there is 1 and 4. You should keep taking out the fraction until you get 1. So here already I got 1, so I need not worry. Now 4, which is the least number divisible by 4? That is 2. So I write 2 here. So this 1 anyway I got, I need not worry. So 2 into 2 is 4. So there I put one more 2. Now I have to bring this to 1. What is 2 least divisible by? There is again 2. So you put 2 here. So this again 1, this again 1. So I am going to end here. So I got 2 and 2. So this what I will do, 2 into 2 is equal to 4. That became my LCM. This is my 4. Once I got 4, this is what I am subtracting. So here 1 by 1 divided by 3 by 4. So now what I do, this number into this number. So 4 into 1. Sorry. 4 divided by 1. This divided by this. So 4 divided by 1 is how much? 4 divided by 1 is 4 only. Into whatever number is here, numerator, into 1. So that is what, that becomes 4 here. Then this 4 divided by 4. So next number to do, 4 divided by 4 is equal to 1. This 1 into 3 is how much? 3. So 4 minus 3. So this became 1 by 4. That is how you do this. So this S of infinity now becomes 120 divided by 1 by 4. So now this 4 goes up here. So now what happens? S of infinity is equal to 120 into 4. Answer is 480. So this is the correct answer. And some of you who do not know how to find the LCM, HCF, how to find fractions, which are very basic mathematics and certain divisions and etc. Please don't hesitate. If you do not know this, you cannot solve other problems. Please don't hesitate. Please come to me, meet me in my cabin. Separately, I will teach you certain basics. If you do not know these basics, right? So we have done different types of problems that can come on progression. Every year, at least 1 or 2 problems are coming from progressions. Like this, we have different chapters. So today, let us end here. Tomorrow, I will do another very important chapter, permutations and combinations. And I'm also going to do a number system like this around 15 to 16 different chapters are there. On each chapter, I'll be doing around 5 to 6 different types of problems. So nothing to worry. You will be able to answer all different types of CSAT problems. Guys, the recording will also be available on the same portal. So that recording link, if you want, also I can send you. But still, if you log in, yeah, I have not given the option to download. I think I'll give the option to download. You people can download the recording. If it is not available, please let me know. Okay, thank you.